Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. As you remember, my name is Bethany. We started this channel to bring awareness of koolen-devries syndrome after our 2-year-old son, Dane, he was diagnosed January of 2018. So we're bringing updates, but we now have a family from New York. Some of our cool families on our Facebook page are familiar with them, with their story, but we want to bring awareness for KDVS and bring their story to you guys, people that may have not seen them or know their story. So we have with us, we have Miss Diana and Nicholas. Hey guys.
Hello. Say hi, Nicholas.
Hi.
Hey. So we're going to start with just asking Miss Diana a couple of questions, and then we will get over to Nicholas, ask him some questions, and he may or may not have a treat for us later. So we will see. So you'll hear Dane in the background. I apologize for he's wanting to be in with the video. Okay, so Miss Diana, a couple just of questions about your story, your side of the story. First off, how was your pregnancy and birth?
Well, I was 20 when I had Nicholas, so I didn't have any experience, and I was young, but everything went fine except we did all the genetic testing, the alpha feta protein test, and it all came back negative, that there was no issues or any chromosomal defects. And then I had a C-section because he had a hole in his heart when he was born, so I wasn't able to do it normal. So what happened was they ended up I guess he went into distress. His heart went into distress. So when he was born, he was 7 pounds, 7.5 ounces, 21 inches long. But failure to thrive. He couldn't eat. He couldn't latch on to me. He couldn't suck the bottle. He couldn't manipulate that tongue. It was protruding, and it was thick. And then, and you gotta remember, this is 27 years ago. So we didn't have the technology that everyone has here. I mean, he had the NG tubes, he had feeding tubes, he's had it all. But at the beginning, when we didn't know what we were supposed to be doing to get food into him, we were told to make the preemie nipple bigger and hold him up and just like pour it into his mouth. And every time he coughs, just stop. Like he was choking. I had to feed him, and he was literally, like when it was feeding time, he was like choking because we didn't have the technology we have now with all the feeding awareness.
Jeez. Good night. So really, the pregnancy itself, you found out about, excuse me, I apologize.
I didn't, can I add this?
Yes, please.
I was accused of maltreatment. There was one of those mothers that deliberately, and if you do research and ask the question on Facebook, years ago someone mentioned that, and I think there were about like other mothers that were told the same thing. I said I'm putting bleach in my baby's bottle, but all the medical problems they had, and they don't have a diagnosis, and they don't know what the syndrome is.
Oh my God. Oh, that had to have been terrible. Like dealing with, that something is actually going on with your child, and you're not getting answers, and you're getting blamed for it, essentially.
I would bop him over the head with my pocketbook, but
I bet. Oh my gosh, geez, that's terrible. So your pregnancy itself, I was going to ask, did you know about the heart abnormality while he was in utero, or not until once he was born?
He was 92, so it was 2 weeks later when I thought he was a good baby, and he slept all the time, and he slept in the morning. He never woke up for feedings. That I had to set my alarm clock to make sure he got fed. And it took me an hour and a half to get half an ounce to an ounce in him. And then by the time he went back to bed, I had to get up again and feed him again, because we had opened up the preemie nipples and we kind of just poured it into him.
Jeez. Wow. And that lasted till about how long?
Oh, probably about I'd say 2 weeks, when the heart condition, when I doctor, because he was always sleeping and he wasn't up. That's when we checked the heart and we found out atrial septal repair.
Jeez, at 2 weeks old. God.
They waited 2 years to see if it would close on its own or get bigger, but his got big, so we did the heart surgery at 2.
Oh my God. Whew. And this is why we're doing these videos, is to show exactly what the families of KDVS go through. That's unreal. Now, you talked about you did the genetic testing back then, but when did you actually get the genetic testing and diagnosis for KDVS?
I believe it was like January. Well, let me think back here. I don't remember. I don't know. 2010.
Okay, so you were before it had the name too then, when it was just a gene.
When it was a support group, when it originated with just 10 of us. I was told that Nicholas was the oldest of 10 in the country, in the world, or whatever. However they said, he's the oldest of 10. I said, the oldest of 10. Here he is going to set the precedent down for all the younger kids. And I felt a little selfish thinking that, because I kind of wanted to be at the bottom and kind of learn from the top.
Right. Yeah. And here, that pressure is kind of on y'all, but you've taken it with such stride, because like I was telling you before, you guys have done just that. You've set examples for all of us, that are looking and seeing, and your passion to go and speak up for special needs and obviously KDVS specifically. It's pretty incredible. So if you had your genetic testing before, and obviously it didn't find KDVS, what made you go back and get this new set of genetic testing done?
Because when the liver disease really progressed about 6 years ago, I had all the medical records, and it had DiGeorge syndrome, Fragile X syndrome, Down syndrome. I can go on. And he didn't have any of them, but they always thought he had a deletion of the 22nd chromosome. So that always followed us. So then one day when we went in there, this one doctor, it took a good doctor that I bumped into, and it was a hematologist.
Oh.
And I'm going to do genetic testing. We have cytogenetic testing now. Oh, you do? Because Nick was 19 at the time. He goes, I'm going to find out what his syndrome is, and in 3 weeks, I want you to come in. I said, well, could you just call me, because, this is really overdue, and you're not going to find anything. No one ever has, and let's just give me a call. Like, don't waste another office visit. So he called me, goes, I need to talk to you. We found his syndrome. I said, what? I go into the office, which is an hour away from my house. He goes, come on, Nick, we're going to go make bubbles and do fun things, right? And this doctor was awesome, dressed as a clown. Oh. Not most like that, but I'm sure. But he was good. So they went to go play with the other kids in the office. He gives me one sheet of paper and says, I'm going to give you like 20 minutes to read this over. So when he came back, I said, I only needed 2 minutes. What is this? I flicked the paper, like it's one sheet. Like I needed like a pamphlet. He goes, it's very rare. There's only 10, and your son is the oldest. And then all of a sudden, everybody started networking. And then now look at us.
Wow. That's crazy. Jeez. So at the time when you got that, how did you handle that? What was your way of reaching out?
I was overwhelmed. I had always been Googling, searching, and trying to about his syndrome, but the thing that threw me off was liver disease. Now, I had come across koolen-devries syndrome before, but because of his liver disease, I just said, that's not it. But it was very overwhelming, because here it is. Do you really want to know? This is what you've been wanting to know. But is it good to know, or was I better off not knowing? But, I was on the computer nonstop that week. You can't. words. Special needs parents understand what I'm saying, but it's a flush of emotions.
Right.
You're angry, you're sad because what you're reading, you're excited and you're happy at the same time because you found your family.
That's what a way to put it. That's so true. You found your family.
Yeah.
That is the perfect way to put it.
And then you get to help name syndrome. You know, like everyone came together, collaborated, and said these are the names. I mean, amazing.
Wow.
And then our gatherings have gotten so big that
it's crazy. Now hundreds of people
yes.
are getting together for it. Well, I guess he's trying to watch Mickey Mouse and I have it muted. So I guess really the last, I mean, you've kind of talked about this some, but the last question would be for you is, what would your advice or what would you say to new families that either have just gotten their diagnosis with an adult child or even with a young child but have just received, they're now a part of that koolen-devries family?
That we do have to be extra careful. You have to take precautions with your immune systems. You know, you have to sanitize. You have to make sure if they have a fever, serious, because it could be anything. Like our kids get sick with a head cold, not like we do. You know, you end up in the hospital, and it's okay to question doctors. It's okay to say no. When someone tells you no, think twice. Because when someone tells me no, I say, well, what do you mean you tell me no? We're the only ones that are going to advocate for our children. They have no one else. So we have to. So it's hard. A lot of emotions. You'll cry. You'll be angry, but the reward is getting the services and everything you need for your children. And my advice is, because there's no pamphlet, no booklet on navigating the school system, the education system with IEPs. You go as you go. You know, I've knocked doors down. I've put my fist up. It's call your states. Call your state where you live and tell them I need a brochure on special education rules and regulations. That's where I started. And I didn't have a book to say, hey, I think that us parents, special needs parents, should get together and put a book together. Put something together that the state has to implement about how to navigate these meetings. You know, you have parents that sit on these board meetings in the school district. They're not on your side. They're working for the school district. I used to go into my meeting and say, she would say, oh, I'm the parent. I said, okay, bye-bye. She goes, excuse me? I said, tell me one thing you know about my son. You work for them. I don't need you here. Yep. So you can be aggressive, passive aggressive, but it's a challenge and there's many obstacles. And I can't tell you that it's an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
You know, some of our kids don't have severe medical issues, some far more worse than others. You know, I'm sad that my son can't read and write, but I'm glad he's not in a wheelchair.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I wouldn't trade him in for the world, but everybody has their own obstacles and battles that they're dealing with our children. You know? And I can't say that I would do it all over again for him. Absolutely. Because there's a joy to our kids.
Absolutely.
I learned how to love, I mean, hi, handsome. You know, just when he was that age.
Oh, really? The blonde?
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep.
It's amazing how there's so many similarities between these kids. It's unreal. I know. It's unreal.
You'll find your twin. There's twins and triplets.
I believe that. We found one. You may have seen his pictures on the page. His name is Graham, and they live in North Carolina. His mom is Haley. I don't know if you've seen them or not. She does post some not super frequent. But to me, he's like a year or so older than Dane, and to me, they favor a lot. They favor a super lot, and it could be because the age, they're so similar in age too, you know. But to me, they seem.
Have you gone to a gathering?
Yes, we just went this year because we got in 19 we went because we got our diagnosis in January of 19, and then in July last year is when they did the summit with all the doctors and stuff in Utah. So we actually were able to go there. Both my husband and I, of course, Dane, and then my parents came to help kind of watch him, keep him while we went to the sessions and those kinds of things. So we got to meet some other families, and like, you know, you go through those gamut of emotions, you know, but when you just said that of how you found your family, it rings so close to me, because that's exactly how I felt that week there, or that weekend there with everyone. Is I felt normal, you know. I didn't have to explain anything. It just,
I hope everybody, yes.
It's an amazing feeling. And
it was a special bond that they take to each other, and that, you know, you can't describe that. Remember, Nicholas, all our gatherings, and you went right up to the Needhams and found Austin.
Well, that's exciting. That's encouraging, exciting for me, because as he gets older, that's what I hope to have for him, is that he can develop relationships where he has that sense of feeling normal and having his friends, you know, that people accept him for who he is. And, you know, and nobody's going to understand better than his cool brothers and sisters, you know.
And don't put limits. You know what? Put them, oops, hold on. Sorry. Hold on. I'm coming back.
You're okay.
Back. Put them on the bike. Let them fall down. I did it. You know what I mean? I felt terrible. I'm like, what am I going to do with my other kids who don't have any issues? Right, Jane? Exactly. So mom's going to put you on that bike one day, and I'm going to tell her she has to push you, and she's not going to want to do it, but she's going to do it. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Nicholas hit a mailbox. He bashed his head, hit a mailbox, and I said to my other kids, oh, get back on that bike.
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right, because you and them will never find their ceiling, just like anybody else, until you keep trying and pushing to find it. You know, you're so right. That's so true. Awesome.
Oh, I can't wait to see videos of Dane riding a bike now.
Exactly. He's actually now taking some steps. So yeah, so he's taking some steps independently. Can you tell he loves the TV?
Yes. See your little cool brother? Is he cute? Look at him. Say hi, Dane. Say it.
You say, hey, Nicholas. You say hi. Hi. Good.
One day you'll go surfing with Nicholas, okay?
Just want to ask you a couple of questions now. We want to kind of get to know you a little bit. What do you like to do? What are your hobbies?
I like to surf, and I want to be on TV and sing, and I want everybody to watch me sing on TV and stuff, but I don't know how to get on TV and sing.
Well, I think we have a good platform here that we can get a video out. Whoever sees this video can hear you sing, right? And who knows, maybe somebody will see this video. Don't you think?
Uh-huh.
Because I remember you singing last time, and it was pretty good. Do you think you can sing for us this time? If not, that's okay.
Yeah. Something you killer. Show you my attention. Kitchen girl from the wrong place. What do you real? So just everything for me. Something for you. Something for you. Day of this. It's so small and peace. Something for peace. Something for peace. Jesus, Jesus, something me no filter, something killer, mama intentions, everything mama intentions, something for number, something for me, nothing, something for me, nothing, everything for me intentions.
That was awesome, bud. I really like that beat.
I know the whole words.
I sounded like it. I've never heard that song. I've never heard that song before. What do you know the name of it?
I think it's Justin Bieber.
It's this one.
Oh, okay. Intentions by Justin Bieber. I've never heard that song, but I really like that beat. And you could tell you knew all the words. You were going right with it. That was really, really good. So thank you for sharing your talent with us.
You're welcome.
That was really good.
That's right. I want to be on TV.
Yeah, and show your talent off. Well, hopefully people will be able to see you on this video to show your talent out there. Because that was really good.
How many likes will I get?
Well, I hope to get a lot of likes, but it's probably when they see the video, they're going to see me. So they may not be as wanting to like it as if they saw you on it. So I have to write on there something about you singing, so it makes them go on to watch it and see you sing and then like it. I'll do my best because that was really good. I want everybody else to see it too. That was really good. Maybe you can join like a music group or something, and you can be the lead singer or lead rapper rather, right? Yeah.
That's why I want to be on TV, but I want to and how you announce it? Announce it. I want to get private. Yeah. Private
Singing lessons?
Can you?
No, you tell her. Private singing lessons?
Yeah. Private singing.
Uh-huh.
Lessons
Mm-hmm.
to get my voice higher.
Oh, okay.
Like, do you know how to get someone?
I would just look on, your mom can probably find online, but with COVID, they probably aren't right now. They want everybody to be safe. So you probably have to Zoom like this. You can, I'll give you the name, Miss Diana, of the other mom, and and you can maybe meet Alex, your cool brother, and he lives in another country, but he likes to sing like you. So maybe y'all can get on and Zoom together and sing together too. Because he's your age. He's not a little baby like Dane. Dane doesn't know how to sing yet.
No.
Mm-mm. He's still a little baby.
What kind of songs does he like?
Right now, he likes Mickey Mouse. That's what he's watching on TV.
No,
Alex, your other cool brother.
Yeah.
He said a lot of different music, and he's saying, do you know the song "Circle of Life" from Lion King? The movie The Lion King.
Yeah.
He's saying some of that song.
I don't sing that.
You like rap music.
Yeah.
Well, you can ask him. I bet he knows some, because he said he likes all different kinds of music. So I bet he knows Justin Bieber too. And then you guys can sing together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'll tell your mom about him, okay? And she can maybe try to get it set up for you.
I'm gonna be on like TV and be on a stage with a whole bunch of crowds and people, and I can just like sing.
That would be awesome. Well, you can always, if you want to video yourself singing, I can always put it on the computer for you too, on the internet.
All right.
So that's a little bit kind of like TV, right? Okay, you tell me when and I'll put it on for you. You just record yourself.
Okay.
Deal. All right. Well, I have one more question. If you want to answer, or if you don't want to answer, that's okay. But what would you like to say to your other cool brothers and sisters that see this video and see you?
That's, I want to say I practice and practice and practice singing. That's all you gotta do. You gotta practice and practice and practice. and you listen it and you listen and listen and listen it and listen to it, and that's how I know all the words of it.
Yeah, well, I thank you very much for that advice to them that are, to your cool brothers and sisters, because maybe somebody else that watches this likes to sing like you, but they are not sure if they can do it. And so with your advice and watching you sing, that maybe it'll help them to be able to sing too. So that was very nice of you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was good to see you again, Nicholas.
You too.